Now what I thought we'd go through is just a few of the sources that you could get on your conflict and tension paper. Now this is one that people always seem to really struggle with, this first one. So if you take a look at what you can see the dog. It's got a tag on, it says the dog of war. And then he looks like a really aggressive, angry dog, so we know that obviously war isn't being portrayed as a good thing. He's then got a muzzle around him, and on that muzzle it says League of Nations. Now what lots of people say is, therefore that must mean the League of Nations is good, because it's stopping the dog from war. But the thing with this is, if you take that muzzle away from that dog, first thing it's going to do is it is going to attack. So therefore this is suggesting to us that the League of Nations is a good thing, but it is a really temporary thing. It isn't something that is going to stop war forever. Let's take a look at this next one. On this next one we can see he's got an old man. He's blowing some bubbles from a pot that says idealism, and the bubble that he's blowing says League of Nations. Now in this man is Woodrow Wilson. So if you think about some of the contextual knowledge you could apply to this, League of Nations was Woodrow Wilson's idea. Now Woodrow Wilson follows this theory called idealism. Well, he is a very idealistic person, which means that he wants everything to be kind of perfect and he thinks everything's always going to go very well. Now one thing that I would say about bubbles, they are very fragile. You can't catch a bubble, put it in your pocket and then keep it. It pops as soon as you touch it. So therefore that suggests that the League of Nations is a fragile thing. It's very beautiful, it's a very good thing, however it's very fragile. So Woodrow Wilson's idea is a perfect idea of how he's going to stop something, but it isn't going to last. Remember that the League of Nations was one of Woodrow Wilson's 14 points in the Treaty of Versailles. Of those 14 points he only actually got a couple of them. And then this one. Again, you've got this bit of a weird old man. So it says at the bottom actually tells you, this one's called Overweighted. And it says, President Wilson, here's your olive branch, now get busy. And then the Dove of Peace says, of course I want to please everybody, but isn't this a bit thick? This one always makes me laugh because I always feel really sorry for that poor bird. Woodrow Wilson's handing him the League of Nations, and our doves are supposed to represent peace, it tells you at the bottom. And it says Overweighted, the title of the cartoon. League of Nations and that responsibility of peace is too much. They want to be able to create peace, but ultimately it isn't going to be able to last.